I be feeling weird when I'm valeting and like working and stuff and recording in people's cars. So forgive me if you have a camera in here. But literally, this is a dream. This is a Vantage, but it's literally a dream to be driving an Aston Martin. I will own one. I will be a successful day trader, making a lot of money. And I will own a DB12 or a Vanquish or something of that sort. But bro, this is literally a dream. Like, this is awesome. This is so cool. Literally, it's a new gen with all the stuff in it, the updated stuff. This is awesome. Swing doors.
Experience that gives your voice a little bit more conviction, and that's what I want to try to bring every single time. I want to try to bring the experience that brings the conviction in people's voices, because
All right, yo. So today is March 2nd. I took a week off. I did not post last week, and I'm gonna try to be as completely honest and just raw throughout all of this as I possibly can. But over the last couple of weeks, I talked about it. I forgot which video it was, but I was talking about it, how I was kind of feeling like I was getting attacked by the enemy in a couple of different ways, but I was really just pushing through it and trying to persevere. And honestly, like looking back, I'm really proud of myself of like the level of consistency that was had despite, what it felt like I was trying to fight independently, as far as like spiritually and stuff like that. But God showed up and showed out. God has been absolutely amazing. And being completely transparent, I was going through a difficult. I found myself in a very difficult space with a really, really, really good friend of mine. So much so that I realized that over time, I found myself getting more and more upset at certain things that this person was doing or saying, especially towards me. And I realized that in other spaces with other friends, with other people, this normally doesn't have an impact on me. But for some reason in this space, it does. And I wasn't understanding why until it started to blow up. And so I really started to find myself very upset in ways that I normally don't get upset. Like I control my emotions very well. I don't pop off ever. I'm chill, mellow. I'm a trader, I chill. But I found myself starting to get upset. And so I had to really step back and take a break. I had to step back and spend a lot of time with God, praying and trying to figure it out. So much so that it led to me feeling like I needed to have a mediated conversation with this person, and some other people. And I'm not going to talk about it too much, but Lord, speak through us in this moment, speak through our words and stuff like that. Because even as I say, I'm trying to make this video, like I'm so concerned about certain people watching this and seeing this and them feeling a certain type of way, but I have to remember that this is me documenting my journey. This is for the future. This is me looking back and remembering this moment, remembering the things that we went through, and being completely transparent and honest. And so being completely honest, I realized that I felt like I couldn't trust this person's word based off of what they were saying. I felt like I found myself not being able to trust the expectation that I felt was being placed on me, and just because of that expectation, I found myself growing more and more and more frustrated. Like this person asked me to show up in certain ways, to open myself up in ways so that I can continue to learn and grow and improve. And when I did, I felt like I wasn't, I felt like I was, I felt like I was, I felt like I was given the opposite of what was offered to me. I felt like I almost as if I was being trapped, almost as if somebody told me like, hey, like if you walk into this door, there's gonna be a lot of great food and a lot of this, a lot of that. And when I trusted and did that and I walked in, it was the exact opposite. And this wasn't this person's intention, but that's how I ended up feeling. So much so that it got to a point, like I said, where the conversation had to be mediated, and the friendship had to be redefined. And for me, I realized this was the one space where God wasn't fully in the middle of the friendship anymore. It was the one space where I wasn't operating how God originally showed me to operate. Granted, I learned a lot in this space. I've grown so much, especially in my pursuit to become a husband. And I'm forever grateful for it, but I was impacted in a lot of negative ways that I didn't realize until later. And, God met me there and met them there as well, but he met me and he did an amazing work. He blessed me with opportunity to be around people that I didn't know that I needed to be around. Like for example, my brother Tim, the same one who dropped the brand World of, he reached out to me one day. He was like, "Hey, bro, like I hope all is well, man. Like I miss you. Let me know if you're free so that we can link." So I pulled up on him. We went. I rode around with him. He gave me one of his jackets, which is absolutely fire. It's amazing. But we rode around, went and got brunch. He went, just talked vision, like really talked vision, talked goals, talked the future, like talked about everything, showed me his job, showed me the work, showed me the hustle, everything that he's been doing. And me being in a space where I can see this man's vision that he first told me about over a year and a half ago come and be resting in reality was so beautiful. It was absolutely amazing. And we continued to just run around, had a great time, went and ate some really good food with some of his people, went out, played a bunch of games at this arcade bar type place, and just had a great time. It was life giving. I really needed that, especially during the time where I found myself breaking away from my regular disciplines, my regular routine of getting up and even just speaking life over myself, spending a lot of time in my prayer closet, trying to read books, studying the charts, like all of these emotional things were impacting me so much that I felt like I felt like I needed to stop and I needed to just reset, And so I'm grateful that through majority of this, because we were so disciplined and consistent, I was able to get, 4, 5, 6 videos up before I realized or I felt like I needed to stop. But I'm far more grateful for God because he interceded and showed me these things so that they can be corrected and we can continue to go forward. And so as of right now, in this video, I am going to get this video up today. Today is March 2nd. It will go up today. And I am going to show all of the other trades that I did make. I ended up losing the prop firm challenge. That first one, I lost it mainly because of what happened, me just breaking that rule and being forced to lose 5%, that 5% profit trade that I had. Having to lose that did hurt me and did hurt my trading. So when I lost that account, I just, said, hey, it's all good. We have another opportunity to get back in. Our main goal, on top of making 250K by the end of the year, is to trade consistently throughout the entire year. So after I lost that account, I turned around and bought a new account, which I'm actively in. I took one trade. That trade ended up being break even. Price, I'll show y'all the structure that EJ had this last week was absolutely insane. Well, technically I profited $39, which is nothing on a $100,000 account. So anyways, I'm gonna show y'all that. I did buy 2 new books. I went and bought The Awe of God by John Bevere and As a Man Thinketh, which is what I'm currently reading. When I'm getting back into my routine, I'm getting back into my mental headspace of where I know myself to be. I've worked insanely hard to get to this space. I've been here since 2020. I've read a lot of different books. I recreated myself, which is Law 25 of the 48 Laws of Power. I spoke life over myself. I spoke where I am today over myself. and I will continue to do the same thing. You know, even when moments like this come up, I fall back. I go back to basics, which these are the basics. Getting back into my routine with God, going and serving the Lord, being in spaces where I get to experience Him in new ways. So much so that I even got a chance to go to my mentor's Bible study, and that was absolutely amazing. Met his wife, some other great people, and then me and him are getting lunch Wednesday. You know, so going forward, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more intentional with sitting down with more of these people. Hopefully, over time, I'm able to record some of that. And then the other thing is, I want to get back to what I said a couple videos ago, where I said that I was gonna work on the developing my intuition through flipping an account on my back testing. This is something I do want to do. And also, I want to get away from saying things that I want to do. I want to actually say it, and then in the next video, do it. Say it, do it. Say it, do it. So this should be the last time I'm having a video like this. It has been a very interesting start to the year. Normally, I have phenomenal January, February is like Q1s. And then Q2 or Q3 is where I get hit with something. So in my mind, I think it's kind of awesome that Q1 was the time that I got hit and attacked, and God adjusted it and addressed it very quickly. You know, so that Q2, 3, and 4, we can go in already having corrected ourselves, already having adjusted, already knowing what needs to be done, you know, and fully in alignment with ourselves, and already making those corrections so that we can have not flawless, but we can have a very powerful, journey, you know, very intentional journey, and knowing where I need to be as far as alignment with myself. So, what is it? 10-minute video. What else? I think that's really it. So yeah, like I said, I did miss a week. I needed time to just sit down and allow myself to naturally flow back into this. And here we are. You know, we're back. Consistency is the name of the game. You know, having more good days than bad, but being able to acknowledge the bad days, because consistency isn't a straight line. Consistency is, you know, a lot of great, some bad, a lot of great, some bad, you know, but at the end of the day, when I look back, I will know that moments like this were the defining moments that allowed me to become a 6-figure, 7-figure trader. You know, so this is me looking back, bro, like, I'm proud of you. Keep going. It's been a struggle, you know, only you know, but we're sharing this now. Like, a lot of tears, literally a lot of tears, not as much blood, definitely a lot of sweat, you know, a lot of crazy time in our prayer closet, but a lot of amazing people. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and those people around us are the reasons why we became who it is that we are today. And especially because of our Father, not because of our righteousness, but because of His mercy, because we were blessed to see Him and experience Him in a new way every single day, because you took the time to speak over yourself, submitting your senses onto Him so that you could see Him and experience Him in a new way every single day, because you took the time to speak over yourself that you are a successful, consistent, and profitable day trader, because you took the time to proclaim that you are a successful, loving husband, because you took the time to proclaim that you are at peace with yourself and that you love yourself. These are the reasons why you are where you are today, as having become these things. You know, so I am proud of you on March 2nd, 2025. I'm proud of you for your resilience, for your persistence, and for your vision. You know, your vision that is set in reality, because we don't operate based off of what this world shows us. We operate based off of what the Lord shows us, truth and fact. You know, the facts are, this is crazy. It's still crazy that we don't have a legitimate job and we're valeting and paying for trading and like all these crazy things, you know, no insurance, like, it's crazy. But the truth is, the Lord will provide. He said that He would provide, and He has provided. He's the one who said and gave you dreams and visions and all these different things of you being a successful trader. He's the one who puts you in proximity to somebody who has a 6-figure portfolio. You know, He's the one who puts you around people who are building a brand, people who are building their own portfolios, people who have their own visions and are seeing them through. You know, proximity is a sign of becoming. And you are in that phase and in that space. And I'm proud of you for seeing through it. I'm proud of you for giving 100% of yourself to every situation, and being at peace with the idea of losing it, because most people are willing to do that. I know that you don't have any regrets, and I know that you trust the Lord with all your heart. Just continue to remember to give yourself grace, to be merciful on yourself, and to understand that your skill makes room for your anointing. And the Lord's got you on the rest. Trust in His mercy and be consistent. You already know. But enjoy the little moments, which is what I'm trying to do now. But I love you, man. I love me. I love you. We love the Lord. Whoever's with us, we love you as well. So yeah, sorry to the people that we lost along this journey. I'm grateful for the people that we gained. I'm grateful for the love. Like I said, we stand on the shoulders of giants, and all the people that we sat down with and had various conversations with, like, it's because of you, it's because of a lot of these other amazing people, why I became who we became, why I am who I am, and I am the obsessive opportunist. So yeah, I think that's it.